If you are over 55 and eating toast for breakfast, you are actively losing muscle mass right now. In this video, we are swapping your frailty food for 3 high-protein recipes that science says will protect your strength and rebuild your body starting today. We aren't making protein shakes that taste like chalk. We are making a Mediterranean scramble, a savory bowl, and a secret oat bake that has 30 grams of protein. I'm going to show you exactly how to prep them in under 10 minutes so you never have a weak breakfast again. Let's cook. The single biggest nutritional shift we need to make after the age of 50 is prioritizing protein, especially in the morning. This is not about bodybuilding. This is about stability, mobility, and independence. Doctors call the natural loss of muscle mass sarcopenia. It starts subtly. Maybe you notice that your grip strength is weaker, or opening a jar feels harder. Maybe you rely on your hands to push yourself out of a chair. These tiny signs mean your body is breaking down muscle faster than it rebuilds it. You need a potent signal to tell your muscles to stay put and grow stronger. That signal is protein. Unfortunately, most typical American senior breakfasts are the opposite of this signal. Toast, cereal, bagels, or even a small bowl of fruit are all highly carbohydrate-focused. They give you a quick burst of energy, which is why you feel great for an hour. Then your blood sugar crashes, and your body gets no structural building blocks. That is the true cause of the 10 a.m. fatigue many of us feel. The science is very clear on this. To trigger muscle protein synthesis, which is the process of rebuilding muscle, we need a threshold amount of protein. For older adults, that threshold is roughly 30 grams in a single sitting. If you spread 30 grams out over the whole day, it is not effective. It must be delivered as a powerful morning punch. Getting to 30 grams without relying on expensive powders seems daunting. But I will show you how to do it simply, deliciously, and naturally. If you value feeling strong, independent, and capable in the years ahead, please hit that subscribe button right now. We focus on evidence-based health and confidence for women 55 and older. Let's dive into our first recipe. This is the gold standard, the benchmark for a muscle-protecting breakfast. We call it the Mediterranean Strength Scramble. The core here is eggs, but we are going to amplify them. A single large egg contains about 6 grams of protein. That means you would need 5 eggs to hit our 30-gram target. That is excessive. We are going to use 2 whole eggs and add 4 to 6 egg whites. Egg whites are pure protein and contain virtually no fat, making them an incredible volume builder. This instantly bumps our total protein to around 24 to 26 grams for very few calories. We want more than just protein, of course. We want brain food. We want fiber. The Mediterranean diet is key for inflammation and cognitive health. To the eggs, add 1 big handful of fresh spinach. Do not chop it. Just toss it into the pan. Wilted spinach barely takes up any room, but it packs fiber and essential vitamins like K. Next, for flavor, we use feta cheese. 1 tablespoon of crumbled feta adds 3 more grams of protein and a punch of saltiness without needing processed breakfast meat. We are already at 27 to 29 grams of protein. We're almost there. The final 2 ingredients seal the deal. We stir in 1 tablespoon of chopped sun-dried tomatoes. They add deep flavor and antioxidants. We serve this scramble alongside half an avocado. The healthy monounsaturated fat in the avocado slows down digestion. It keeps you full. It helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins found in the eggs and spinach. That healthy fat also contributes a small amount of plant-based protein, easily pushing us over the 30-gram target. Think of this scramble as your armor for the day. It takes less than 10 minutes from pan to plate. If you are starting your morning with sugar and simple carbs, you are setting yourself up for failure before you even start. But if you start with this Mediterranean scramble, you are winning the day's nutritional battle. Now, I know some of you may be saying, I cannot eat eggs every single day. Variety is key to long-term dietary success and happiness. Our next recipe is quick, requires no cooking, and is perfect for when you are truly running out the door. This is the savory cottage cheese power bowl. Cottage cheese gets a bad reputation, often because of its texture. But this humble food is a protein powerhouse. A half-cup serving of cottage cheese gives you about 14 grams of protein. We are going to double that serving to a full cup, which immediately puts us near our 30-gram goal. The trick to enjoying cottage cheese is to either choose the smaller curd variety or, better yet, throw it into a blender for 10 seconds. You end up with a smooth, almost yogurt-like consistency. Now we build flavor. Many people default to sweet toppings, but sweet cottage cheese can taste very processed. We are going savory, leveraging the Mediterranean theme again. Mix in a pinch of black pepper, a sprinkle of dried dill, and a light drizzle of high-quality olive oil. The olive oil is crucial. Like the avocado, it adds beneficial fats and helps keep your energy steady. To achieve maximum satiety and fiber, we need a topping. Chop up a 1/4 cup of walnuts. Walnuts are one of the best sources of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, which are linked to reducing overall body inflammation and supporting brain health. They also provide another 4 grams of protein. Scatter them over the seasoned cottage cheese. Finally, chop up a small, crisp cucumber and half a handful of bell peppers for crunch and hydration. Mix it all gently. This bowl delivers roughly 32 grams of protein, a fantastic dose of omega-3s, and takes less time to prepare than brewing a cup of coffee. The flavor profile is light, refreshing, and entirely different from the Mediterranean scramble. Which of these 2 savory options appeals to you most? Think about trying one this week. So far, we have covered 2 incredible savory options that stop muscle loss. But what if you truly crave something sweet? Many seniors grew up having sweet breakfasts, and breaking that habit is tough. Our third recipe provides the comfort of a sweet, warm breakfast while maintaining that crucial protein threshold. We call this the stealth protein oat bake. This recipe is also fantastic because it is a batch prep idea. You make it on Sunday, and you have healthy breakfast ready for most of the week. We start with the oats. Oats provide essential fiber that helps regulate digestion and lowers bad cholesterol. But plain oats do not provide enough protein. We need to boost them. The secret ingredient here is Greek yogurt. A cup of plain, non-fat Greek yogurt contains about 20 grams of protein, roughly 3 times the amount of standard yogurt. We substitute Greek yogurt for most of the liquid in our standard baked oatmeal recipe. This keeps the bake moist and injects that muscle-building protein instantly. To make the base, combine 2 cups of rolled oats, 1 cup of Greek yogurt, 1 cup of milk, use almond or dairy milk, and 1 egg. We are already looking at a high protein count. For flavor and antioxidants, stir in 1 cup of mixed frozen berries. Berries are low in sugar and packed with polyphenols, which are excellent for health. To keep the added sugar very low, use a small amount of maple syrup, maybe a 1/4 cup for the whole batch, or substitute with a natural 0-calorie sweetener if you prefer. Sprinkle cinnamon on top, which is linked to stabilizing blood sugar. Bake this in a small, square pan until set. Once it cools, cut it into 4 generous squares. Each square of this stealth protein oat bake will provide approximately 28 to 30 grams of protein, depending on your serving size. Store the squares in the refrigerator. In the morning, you pull one out, microwave it for 60 seconds, and you have a warm, sweet, structural breakfast. You have satisfied your sweet craving and hit your protein target, all without dirtying a single dish in the morning rush. This solves the challenge of cooking fatigue. Subscribe to the channel if these time-saving, nutrient-dense tricks are helping you plan your week. We have presented 3 powerful solutions: the everyday cooked scramble, the quick savory power bowl, and the prep ahead sweet bake. Remember the core concept: 30 grams of protein to trigger muscle growth. You now have the tools to achieve this every morning. But let's address some common objections. What if you are vegetarian and don't eat eggs? What if you are lactose intolerant? If eggs and dairy are out, plant-based protein can absolutely work, but you must be diligent about combining sources. For a vegetarian option, focus on legumes and soy. A simple tofu scramble seasoned with nutritional yeast, which provides a cheesy flavor and B vitamins, can easily hit 30 grams. Use half a block of extra firm tofu, which alone provides about 20 grams of protein, and add black beans or lentils for the rest. This takes slightly longer to cook than eggs, but it is extremely filling. If you are lactose intolerant, simply swap the dairy items. For the stealth oat bake, use lactose-free Greek yogurt or coconut-based yogurt that has added protein. For the power bowl, you can use high-protein non-dairy options like pea milk protein shakes combined with chia seeds to thicken into a pudding. The key rule remains the same. Identify the total protein count before you eat, not after. Do not assume your small portion of nuts will carry you to the goal. You need concentration. Another common pitfall is texture. As we age, sometimes soft foods are easier to manage. If chewing hard nuts or large chunks of vegetables is a barrier, blend them. Blend the cottage cheese thoroughly. Blend the oats into a fine flour before baking. Chop the spinach very finely before adding it to the scramble. The food must be enjoyable and accessible, or you will not stick with the routine. Consistency is the magic ingredient in healthy aging. Consistency in protein intake leads directly to consistency in strength. We also have to talk about cost. Eggs, yogurt, and oats are some of the most budget-friendly protein sources available. Buy eggs in bulk. Buy frozen spinach and frozen berries which are often cheaper and contain just as many nutrients as fresh. Batch cooking, like the oat bake, saves money by preventing takeout or emergency stops at the coffee shop. Investing a few minutes on Sunday saves you money and, more importantly, invests in your physical future. Think about what happens when you miss this 30-gram target. The body begins to cannibalize muscle for energy and for basic structural needs. This happens silently, day after day. You won't notice it immediately, but over a year, the accumulation of muscle loss begins to affect your balance, your stability, and your overall confidence. This is why these 3 breakfast recipes are so important. They are not just meals. They are protective measures against frailty. They are the simplest, most effective way to start fighting the effects of aging with science and flavor on your side. Today, you learned 3 delicious, easy-to-prep breakfasts: the Mediterranean Scramble, the Savory Cottage Cheese Power Bowl, and the Stealth Protein Oat Bake. I challenge you to try just one of these this week. Pick the one that sounds easiest and commit to eating it 4 mornings in a row. Notice the difference in your energy levels. Notice the difference in your hunger around lunchtime. That sustained energy and satiety is the proof that your body is getting the structural fuel it needs. If this video has changed how you think about breakfast and muscle preservation, please click the like button. This tells YouTube that this information is important for other women over 55 who are seeking strength and confidence. Then, subscribe to Savvy Seniors and click the bell. We publish new videos every week designed to help you age with joy, independence, and robust health. The difference between feeling frail and feeling strong often comes down to the simple choices we make every morning. Choose strength today.